you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. A lot of people are interested in losing weight during the holidays. Maybe that's because, on average, in America, we will put on 7 pounds during holidays, in just the span of about a month. So to give you a little insight into how you might counteract that tonight, I'm introducing to you the Metabolic Effect Lifestyle, or the book's called The Metabolic Effect Diet, but I call it a lifestyle. And that's going to include a seamless integration of diet and exercise. So let's go into diet first. And for that, I wanted to get you involved, and that's why I handed out a questionnaire. You'll see my answers there with a little dash, and also my mom's answers. Don't tell her that they're on there as well. But this questionnaire is there to determine your metabolic type. And this can end up telling you a lot about how you're going to eat. So you'll notice on the last page that me and my mom actually are a mixed burner. We are mixed burners. So if you turn to the other sheet, which there's not as many of them on the table, you'll see the mixed burners plate. So this is what the mixed burner, according to his metabolism, should eat. It's about 4 to 6 meals daily. I do about 4, maybe 5. I tend to go a little higher on the protein. I always have vegetables or fruit. Maybe not always, maybe about 80% of the time. And then I also try to limit my starchy carbs and sweet fruits to about 5 to 10 bites. Sometimes I go maybe 10 to 15, or I include beans, which are more acceptable, and I'll go over. So these are guidelines. You don't have to follow them completely. But with this, what this does is, the short version, it takes your metabolic type and it maximizes how you should eat to spark your metabolism to get the metabolic effect and thus lose weight. But, as I said, the metabolic effect lifestyle is an integration of diet and exercise. So you're going to have to exercise as well. And the philosophy of the metabolic effect exercise routine is rest-based training. So during the presidential campaign, Vice President candidate Paul Ryan follows what is called the P90X routine, and that's also rest-based training. So if you've ever seen him written up in a fitness magazine or something, he's in amazing shape. And you might wonder like where he gets the time to do it. It's because he follows the right principle. That's why he's in good shape. He has plenty of muscle, like 7 to 8% body fat. He just looks like an extremely healthy individual, especially for his age. So that's what rest-based training is. In a broad sense, you're going to want to exercise to intensity. You're going to want to rest. You're going to want to exercise to intensity. You're going to want to rest. You want to exercise to intensity, rest, and so on. And that's what Paul Ryan does, and that's what this book advocates that you do, is that you get that intensity in a shorter period of time, so you end up working out less, and it actually works. So, for example, I want to illustrate it with real examples. And actually tonight, to go back to the diet portion for a minute, I had a Chipotle, which was beans, steak, peppers, salsa, all in a bowl. Hold the rice without the burrito. So tonight I followed the dietary routine. So here's an example of an exercise routine. You could hold a plank until failure. Get up, do seal jacks for 60 seconds, or until failure. And then imagine I have a big, squishy 10-pound ball in my hand. You could slam the ball down for 60 seconds or until failure. So that's just an example of a routine where it's going to get a ton of intensity for those short spurts. And then you're going to want to rest after that to the point where you can go with the same intensity again. Now, this is going to be really tough to actually do. And I've actually done it. I'm not sitting up here, espousing things that I don't actually do myself. To do it, I argue that you need a group fitness class, because there's no way that you're going to be able to maintain the consistency over time to actually produce results in yourself unless you have a support group around you. And it's going to provide some social support, some people that are going to be bringing you to that next level, and it's also going to have an expert trainer there in your group fitness camp. I go to Bose Fitness Camps, bosefitnesscamps.com, or there's also CrossFit, which probably some of you have heard of. So he's going to be there. He's going to be making sure your form is right, your intensity is good. He's going to switch up the routine every day so you actually follow the principles in the book and you don't have to like keep going back to the book and referring to it and like thinking too hard about what to do. You know, there's enough stuff to do already in our daily lives. And on top of that, the best fitness camps are in the morning from about 6 to 7 or 6:15 till 7:15 in my case. And I'll go about 4 mornings a week. If you do this consistently over time, suddenly it becomes easier once you're following the exercise routine and you have a support group to actually do the diet as well. And I fell off a little bit during the holidays. I think that's understandable. But I'm coming back strong now. And I actually saw results. I had accurate measurements. You can actually measure your body fat percentage in the gym. So I know that it's been producing results. It's a seamless integration of rest-based training, exercises in a group fitness camp, and then the dietary principles that you follow on your own, tailored to your metabolism, such as in the questionnaire and the example of the mixed burner I gave you, to produce the metabolic effect lifestyle, which actually has worked in my case. So I encourage you all to try it for yourself. Mr. Toast.
I have a question.
Sure.
Seriously, a question about this questionnaire, if you don't mind.
Sure.
The question is, what if you are not honest?
What if you're not honest?
Because I look at certain questions and I really think that I don't indulge in food that overeat.
Well, the questionnaire depends on your honesty, but if you want real honest measurements, you're going to have to use like a machine, which is going to cost more money. So I suggest that you be honest with the questionnaire.
Okay.
All right, Rich. Thank you. Looking good.